All right, hi guys. Welcome to another session of Design with EU. Design with EU is a community that helps beginner and intermediate designers by bringing up senior and experienced designers to share their knowledge with us and all the things that you know they know with us. We've been doing this for over a year now, and we have a couple of our recordings on our YouTube channel. And I assure you that it is a lot of resources, helpful resources. So after this session, you can head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe, watch the videos there, add it to your resource pool, and make good use of all the recordings that are on there. Today we have Felix Ayoola, and he'll be talking to us about the secrets to unique design. I'll hand over to Felix so he would, share his knowledge with us. Hi, Felix. You're welcome. You can proceed.
Hi, hello everyone. Um, how are you? Um, how are we doing? Okay, so um, the first thing is that well, there's really nothing that is actually unique. Like, I mean, in the sense of unique, you get like in the actual sense, because everything is built on something. A design can be built on an experience can be built on something else. So basically, you are building like that. So, but what we eventually now call unique is the final result, devoid of all the past experiences that that person has had. So we don't know what went on, be like how they researched, how their experiences helped, how they had conversations with people that might have helped their creative process and things like that. We don't see all that. All we see is the final result. So what we want to talk about is what goes on behind the scene, right? How do you get okay, so Tiwa, can you please remove me from being a co-host? I would just like to be a normal person. The Because of the invitations of people to join is affecting my own stuff. Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Yeah. Anyways, so as I was saying, um so we want to talk about what goes on behind.
Hi, Felix. You're muted. Can you please unmute and continue
I'm so
speaking?
sorry.
No, no problem.
Wait. Because you removed me from post, it would be impossible for me to ever turn my video on or share my screen. So let me
Yes,
leave and
it's just
then back.
all right.
What did you do? How did you make it work back?
I have the settings here, so we have restrictions. That's why I made you the host so that we don't have any interruptions during the
Oh,
meet. Yeah.
okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So as I was saying, we want to talk about what goes on behind that. How do you get from empty canvas to something nice, right? Yeah. And I'll start by saying that. So for me, right, I'm just going to like do like lots of like I'm going to we're going to design together and see, like, how it goes. That's what we're going to do. Um, oh yes, we're going to make the poster for this event that I was supposed to make that I did not make. So we'll make that and see how the process is, right? Um, but we only have 1 hour because I'm actually cooking, so I have to leave by exactly 9 o'clock. Yes, so let's start now. Are you guys following? Because this place is awfully silent, and yeah, just 11. So I don't see why you people are not talking. We're not much. Hello. I can leave this call, right, and like just
Yeah,
be
you
like
fully.
that the end of the class because people are
Yeah,
not
fully.
saying anything. Okay. I don't like threatening people, but I'm just saying, don't mind me. So yes, let's get down to business. Let's. So first of all, right, I the very first step to like doing unique stuff is to be able to appreciate. So the way we're going to do it, we'll do it like there's this way they used to preach, like when I used to attend Deeper Life, right? You have three divisions. There's no way Kumuyi will preach. There will always be three divisions for the message. You have like the first part, then the second part, and then the last part that is usually the concluding part. So that's how we're going to do this. So first off, we will learn about how to appreciate designs, how to appreciate beauty, forms, humans. Because if you cannot appreciate stuff that is like awesome, then you cannot make stuff that is awesome. Because you have no motivation to. You don't know how, you don't even care to do it. So we're going to do that. Then for the second bit, we're going to do how to now use that appreciation of like the things that you have appreciated, and like when you now have projects, how do they translate into the projects? How do they work for the projects that you have? Then for the last bit, we'll talk about problems, about creative expression, and doing things that are unseen before and the problem that can arise from that, and perhaps how you can mitigate it. So yes, let's start. Let me share a tab. So the very first thing is that for me, right, I spend a lot of time on websites, um and places, especially where designs are being shared, because I feel like when you can appreciate the stuff that you are seeing, right, then you can make stuff that people can appreciate. So everyone, can you see my screen? Once again, please talk. Oh, okay. The restriction is affecting you guys. Tiwa, can you speak?
No,
Please
no,
speak.
the restriction is not affecting anyone
They
now.
can.
We can
So why you
unmute
guys not
and
speaking
speak.
now? This is not. Anyways,
I will
um,
continue, Felix.
We are
sorry. What did
muted.
you say?
Okay, okay, okay. Sorry.
You
We
can
can speak.
unmute yourself and talk.
Oh, sorry. We can hear.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. Um, Actually, to start, since we are not much, one after the other, if like the design is like, even if it is not, just talk about it. What's the um what's the most what's the design that you've seen that impressed you the most, that you kept? What's the best design that you've kept that is not your design, is from someone, but you just feel like there's so much brilliance. It doesn't even have to be a design. That's something else. It can be a piece of It can just be anything, but like it can even just be it can be something that is natural, but like you just there's a particular I will know if you are just like if you are just mentioning something, because the way you will talk about it, we will know if you truly have like seen that stuff before and you really appreciate it to the point that I say you appreciate it. So yes, one after the other. Let's start from Tiwa. Can you please call each person one after the other?
All right. In no particular order. Destiny, Ayodele.
Okay, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes, we can.
Hello, can you hear me?
we can hear you. We can
Okay,
hear you. We can hear you.
okay. I don't have any particular one, but I do save a lot of typographic designs, mainly because of the fact that I'm usually so conditioned by the fact that you have to do typography in certain ways, and when I see people breaking those certain rules and playing with typography in very fun ways, so I usually just sometimes stare at it for a while and just dump them and save them into my Pinterest board. So I'd say typography designs, posters, basically.
Interesting. Can you yes? Can you answer what Tiwa just said?
To share, as in, I'm not quite sure on the sharing part of it.
Sorry, what did you say?
I'm not quite
I
clear on the
didn't-
sharing part. Still like you see it here or what's now? I don't
Oh
quite
yeah,
get that
do you
part.
have a like? Is it on your Pinterest or Behance or somewhere?
I'll take a, okay, let me look for them on Pinterest and I'll share the link.
Ayola, do they have to like just share it for us to see or just talk about it?
Sorry, what did you say, Tiwa?
I said, do they have to share it for us to see or just talk about it?
No, they can, please just drop a link in the chat. It's so that all of us can also see it. Drop a link. I will check. I will open it and present it if that's possible. So yes, Destiny, drop your own. Next person, Tiwa. Fast.
Next
Um,
person here is Victory Chukuma. I'm sorry if I do not pronounce your name correctly. Victory, can you
Victory.
unmute your
What's
mic?
up? What's your most favorite piece of something, object, music? Eh?
I'm sorry,
Are
ask the
you?
question again. Ask the question again. Sorry, I didn't get that.
What's your favorite piece of, that you've seen that you appreciate? Like, there's so much brilliance in it. So you're like, oh my God, this is so brilliant. That you've saved. It may be music, it could be design, it could be a UI. It doesn't necessarily anything. It could be architecture. Yeah.
My favorite piece of creativity usually comes from food, though. It comes from food
You said?
because I said
What did you say?
it's usually like the food part of things because the way, first of all, the
Wait,
taste of
you
it
get
always
creative
pops.
from food, or you get inspired by
Yes,
food?
yes, I
Interest,
do. I do.
interesting. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah,
That's
I said there's a
that's
lot of
nice.
color harmony that goes on in food, and then
Hmm.
not only does it look pretty, it's also like really really tasty. So I applaud those guys a lot.
Wow, wow. Can you do you have any do you have like any of your designs that you know took some inspiration from food?
Actually,
Like,
I've never really done that. Most of my inspiration comes from the regular places people find inspiration.
wow,
I
why
don't
don't
really
you
think
let
I've
food inspire you?
I
You,
do. I've never
okay.
actually consciously thought of it like,
Oh,
looking for
okay.
inspiration from food, but
Okay.
I just
I
know
get
that I like how they blend things and how they just make things that are not even supposed to go together go and produce something.
Hmm, interesting. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you for that. You can share a link to one of like those really amazing stuff in the comment section. I'm still waiting for these guys to know Ayodele Zone. Yeah, Bruno, what's up? Bruno, yeah, what's up? Can you answer, can you like share? You said you are what? Oh, you don't know what's your favorite piece of design, music, whatever, like that is so excellently made or beautiful that and like you just kept it or like because you really appreciate it. So that's what we're answering. That's the question. What's yours? Eh? We can't hear you very well. Maybe you should work on your sound. Bolu is raising his hand. What's up? Sorry, is that the guy? I'm not sure. But you're raising your hand, Ogbolu. Can you speak? Can you answer the question? Chaizo. Oh, why? Okay. We cannot hear you though.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Good evening, everyone. So my favorite piece of design, what gives me inspiration, is on Behance. Paul Kelly's whole Behance profile, or like his whole Behance, yes, Behance profile is what really gives me inspiration, because I like the fact that he pays attention to detail in every project I see of him that he does. In fact, I view it every day. I view the whole project every day because um I just want to start designing like logos well and stuff. So he gives me a lot of inspiration. So mine is Paul Kelly's own on Behance. I don't really have his link here, but I don't know if you check Behance, you'll be able to see him and his projects. Yeah, so that's mine. Thank you.
So this is Paul Kelly, everyone. Is very good actually. Like very good. Does brand design. So this is his work. Okay. So I'm trying to like I don't know why Beyonce not switching. Okay. You guys can see my screen, right? Hello.
Yes, we can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, we can.
You guys. Yeah. So yes. Like, can I just spend the moment to appreciate like how beautiful this composition is? The color, everything is just amazing. Same thing with this one too. But yes, that's these are like some of his work. Yeah, sure. Well, next question. Yeah, these are some of his works. His stuff are really amazing, actually. Anyways, next person. What's next? Clement, can you go? Clement.
Good evening.
What did you say? Yeah, I'm
I said
also can you just do
I just check Google and just type the case any project I'm doing, and I will add
I'm not talking about
yes.
I'm not talking about how you get inspired. I'm asking you something that is your favorite piece of um artwork or something because it is well made. That's what I'm asking you. I'm not asking you why you get inspired. Do you have an answer?
No.
Okay.
We have a couple of links in the chat.
Okay, guys. Okay. Nice. Obina,
Yeah, good evening.
what's up?
I'm good. I actually don't have like a project in mind right now. So,
It doesn't have to be a project.
well,
It can be a music. It can be a piece of artwork. It can be anything, literally anything.
okay, like there's this, I don't know if you know Flipcoin, Flip by Flipcoin.
Oh, yes.
So, their mobile app, I actually downloaded it to like see what it's like, and I ended up not using it. But the UI was so beautiful, I had to like leave the app there. So once in a while, I just go there and check.
Oh my God, I like that. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I
The
like
app is actually very nice. Color, spacing, and sizes of the components.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like Larry is like very like excellent. There's something about him that I don't know. I've not been able to put my hand on it, but like it feels like he pays like a lot of attention to details, and he requires that from like the people that work with him. And like I think most of the people he also works with are people that are very blunt because I've seen the people profile of the designer that does the UI designs at the company, and the guy is good. So yeah,
And,
exactly.
uh,
Not even just their how, even their brand design is spectacular. The iconography too is man. They do custom icons for their stuff and like
yeah,
they're very
yeah.
particular about these things, and that's interesting to see. To be honest, yeah. So yes, thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Umfonobong. I'm really sorry if I don't pronounce very well. But I hope you know that. Don't make me say the name again, please. Because I'm afraid I'm mispronouncing it like the first time. Or you can just let me know if it was correct so that I can then correct it. Are you there?
You actually tried, but that was not it actually, but you tried though. Anyways,
Okay.
so good to be there. It's infallible.
Umfonobong.
That does not need to be there. It's infallible.
Umfonobong.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Tried it too.
Umfonobong. Thanks. Yeah, so yeah, share with us.
So what did you say?
Share with us. Do you know what we're sharing?
No, I just joined, so I'm just joining.
What's your favorite piece of objects? Music, art piece, it could be architecture, anything, but something that you think is brilliantly made and you really appreciate.
Sorry, I didn't get that. Please, can you come again?
Something that you think is really well made and you really appreciate it.
Okay. Could it be something abstract?
It can be anything. It can be anything.
Okay. Actually, appreciate artwork a lot.
Okay. Is there
So,
anyone in particular? It has to be one particular thing, like not, it can't be general. It has to be one
okay.
piece, one thing. Like you have to be able to point to that thing. So yes, what is it?
Okay. So let me not use artwork because I can't point that one exactly. So actually it's an application. Can that also work?
Yeah.
Okay, like a software. So recently, so I started uh, integrating into product design recently. So I work with Figma and Adobe XD. I didn't know. I just recently stumbled on a particular application. I think they call it is it Lunacy. And although they tried, the site was actually very cool. Almost like Figma. They have I think exactly, if not exactly, but 98% exactness of what Figma look like. So I was actually trying to think and figure out how I did that if there was not like cloning or copyrights or copying a bit copying Figma exactly. But as I just look at it, I actually felt like I had a bit of option. Like if I do not want to use maybe Figma or XD to do my design, I can actually use Lunacy. I was just intrigued by whoever the developer is. I was just being intrigued by how the person was able to come up with that concept and also bring out something that was like exactly or was close to what Figma is. I don't know if this actually really counts, if it's actually in line with what you asked it. I just that's just what come to my mind first, apart from the artwork, which is too general to go there.
There are no wrong answers. So yes, that's fine.
All right,
Thank
thank
you
you.
for sharing. Hello, Femi. Yeah.
Yeah, good evening.
What's up?
I'm good, sir. I'm good, sir.
Yeah.
I
So
want,
what's
yeah, I have a kind of questions and some looking for tips and idea on this kind of brand company in San Francisco. They do more of designs and more of branding. They're called Ramotion. I hope you've come across them.
Sorry, I don't get what you're saying. No.
Hello.
I don't. Can you come again?
No, I wanted to. No, I was seeking for inspiration from you guys on a particular brand because I always follow them and look at the designs, their details, the way they use their hierarchy, use their all the other aspects. Because I what I saw them, they are more of than just brand, but they do more of the UI UX parts and UI parts. So I wanted to know how they the inspiration about it because most time I always contact them, but there's no response. But I don't maybe different platform.
Sorry. Like this is not question and answer session. Is I've asked the question. You're supposed to give us your own answer.
Okay, because I was trying to follow, but the network is breaking. And you're presenting when you're presenting, it has gone off. So I'm trying to connect now to see
Oh,
what you're
sorry.
presenting.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
question is that what piece of object do you appreciate the most? That you think is well made, and you just appreciate the brilliancy behind it.
Okay. It's the aspect is about the way they align images, or sometimes when they use color or pattern to construct a design. That's why I was most amazed with. I'm not a mimic type of person. Like I don't fall in love with images mostly, but I prefer use the power of gradients to control. Understand? Control. How can I call it? What can I call it? Give me a word. Give me a word. Like we use pattern or use gradients to control your designs. Understand? It's not compulsory background. Background is error. That's my own error. But it's like we use gradients to construct like some maybe like something like trying to illustrate a design. That's why I always fall in love with. Yes, I can see your presentation now. Yes. Yes, it's true. I think the aspect is about the illustration, like carefully, like the 3D illustration, how you use it to construct a better creative. That's what I like. And I'm seeing icons. Okay, you've changed your screen. Oh, Lunacy. Yes, I
Oh,
mean,
this guy is like totally on his own planet. Like it's
yeah, sorry.
not everything he's saying is not even really what I even discussing at all.
Mm,
Don't worry. I
network,
think
honestly.
don't worry.
No, no, no.
Let's
I
move on.
get
Let
you.
me
I
ask
get you. I get you. You will. Yeah,
moving.
the former. I was hearing lunacy, but my network is breaking and breaking. So the guy was talking about lunacy because although me I've used lunacy for like some 3 years ago, and it was very good. But
Moving.
no, due to that, there was always a
Okay,
frequency
so
of.
can you one of
Yes,
them
you say
can
something.
you like can you let I think like we should move on to someone else. Time is going. Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. So I didn't understand the question at first, but I've been listening to people and I've thought about it for some time. So I'd say like something I think that I don't think there's anything that is perfectly well made, but I'd say something that I I observe or something that I've noticed that like that's caught my attention or that is well made to me is I'll say the human mind because like the extent of things the human mind or the human brain can do. I think that's the most that's to me that's what stands out. That's what has stood out for me over the years and because it's not easy. And for the fact that when you think about it, some people say
Okay.
we've not used a fraction of our
Okay.
mind.
That one.
I mean that's
Yeah.
it.
So yeah, I think we've shared enough. So this exercise was to make you guys see some of you don't like even pay attention to things. I mean like something like anything that you think like that you've looked at how it is made and you're like, oh my god, this is so genius. Like you should have Tiwa, what do you want to say?
Yeah, I have a couple of places that um
You
I
have
get
a
inspiration. A couple of places or a
okay.
couple of apps that I get inspiration from, and I just wanted to share.
Okay,
One is
so you
Leonardo.
wait, chill. So you can
Sorry.
like you can share that like towards the end.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So some of us don't even have we don't have things that I've seen that are so beautifully made that we just appreciate them. So for example, if like my own answer of Thrones, the book, not necessarily the show now, the book, the show too, but the book itself, but even less than the book, more about how, like, like everything, literally everything that is in Game of Thrones is a fiction. They are not real. Somebody sat down and created them. Like it feels like that person is a god. Like to be able to you create human beings and then create lives for those human beings. And not just lives, complex lives. And then still you still find a way to like make the lives of all those different human beings weave into one story. Like that's very, very like that's to me, that's like genius, right? Like that is genius. Yes. So that would like have been my answer. If I was the one that was asked, this question that you guys were asked that some of you could not. And also I think some of you don't actively listen because you like when it was time for you guys to answer questions, most of you were not answering the question that we like I asked in the beginning. So I think that we should pay more attention and like so yes, on paying attention, right? I don't think we're able to go to the second and third point. The secret to making unique designs is being able to appreciate well-made designs. When you can appreciate them, you can see the thinking that is behind them. And when it is now your turn to make designs, you can replicate that thinking in a sense. And the thing is that the way to actually design very well is the thinking is the problem. It's not necessarily the tech. Tools are relatively easy to use, and even if you cannot like use a tool, you can always find someone that knows how to use it. But you can't get someone to think for you, right? I mean, you can, but you'd have to pay them. So yes. So back to business, right? You have to learn how to appreciate. And the thing is that when you start appreciating designs, when you start appreciating people's designs, right? You not just designs, like anything, you start to how will I put it? You do not know when. You just see that your stuffs begin to change. Your stuffs begin to move more towards being beautiful because you are appreciating that beauty. You want to make beauty now. And the way our mind works is that some things are not necessarily like you don't have to think about them. For example, if you're asked to walk from somewhere you've always like maybe when you were in school, when you were like going to school when you were young, walking home from primary school to your house is not something you have to think about. Sometimes you can just like forget about yourself and you just know that you reach the front of your house. That's it. Like you've made the journey in so much time that your brain is on autopilot when it is doing it, when it wants to do it again. Same thing. When you've appreciated beauty like so much, at some point, your brain gets on autopilot for you that you will be making stuff, you will not know that you are like unintentionally you are striving towards making things more beautiful, and even intentionally, because now when you make stuff, you know the standard of beauty for you has changed, and when your stuff has not met that standard, you just keep iterating and iterating until you get something that you can say, okay, yes, this is, and that's how you make better works. You start with rubbish actually, then you iterate until you get to beauty. So so what we're going to do is that we're going to for the next 17 minutes left. This is like the most unusual class that you have ever attended, by the way. So apologies if that if it becomes like if it's not what you were expecting. I mean, yeah. So what we're going to do is that for the next few minutes till 9 o'clock, we're going to open different objects and we're going to look at them, and each of you, some of you, any one of you that decides to talk, if you guys don't talk, I'm just going to say what I want to say about it and move on. We're going to talk about what we think about whatever it is that we're looking at. Maybe it's fine, maybe well made, what do you think went into making it, and things like that. What do you find awesome about it? So first off, let's start with this Pinterest interface first. Who wants to go? You can just unmute. There's no need to raise up your hand. Just unmute and speak. Or if someone else is already speaking.
Okay, let me go first.
Okay.
The first thing I noticed is the grid system. The grid.
Okay.
You know, the cards are in grid form and they are not in same size, but they actually look so good that you won't really see the distortion when it comes to the arrangement.
True.
So that's true. Is that?
I said that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So and it looks so good. So that's like the first thing I noticed, and I had to like comment on it.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there any piece of design on it that you find interesting?
Yeah.
Which one?
The one with the numbers 0 to 9.
0 to 9.
Yeah.
Where?
Title is 2.
I'm not seeing it. What does it look like? Oh, okay. This the typeface.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yes.
that and the one titled More.
Oh,
They're,
absolutely.
yeah, they're both monochromes, but they look good. Then for the ones with colors, I think I'll go with the one with the sneaker.
Yeah,
So it has different colors, but yeah, the illustration. So the colors actually form. It looks like the colors form the image on it. So looks good.
Okay. What do you like about more?
What I like more.
The more one.
Okay. So the thing is, the more has this look of the Adidas. You know, the Adidas has like this variation of an increase. So it has similar thing, but in this one, it's others have circles, but that one has an elongated circle for the O and the R. So the alignment of the circle, the first circle, which is the M, the one with the O and the R, like there's this elevation it has going upward. I don't know if you see it. Yeah. So
there's something else may I see. I feel like if can you mute yourself? Yeah. There's something else I see. Like if there's a campaign that is called for more, this thing looks like four now. Maybe that's even the original intention. It looks like four. So like for more, maybe like ask for more money or something like that. Whatever. But then I just that's just like what I observed. Uh, uh, okay. Anyways, who else? Who wants to go next? Let me. Yeah, this type too. Yes, I really like it. Especially like the forms are different from. They are very. What's the name? Oh, it's not actually the person only did numbers. I feel like they'll be interesting as letters too. That means I'm saving the image. They might inspire me someday. Okay. Yeah, let's check something else now so that you know people can let's check. Let me check. Mm, okay. Yeah. Let me stop and stop. Let me stop here. This place has like lots of variations. Yeah, who wants to go? This is still design, but it's not UI UX. Which of these designs do you find interesting? Anybody? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, do you want to go Destiny?
Okay. For me, I like this one at this center, the one with the studio. I like the way they sort of like cut off the text, sort of which someone has to do with some things I've been experimenting specifically as to how legible or like basically how far can you go in terms of cutting off text.
How far can you push type?
Yeah, basically how far can you push it that it remains legible even if you cut off several things from it.
Interesting. Yeah, that's true. Like most people don't know that like if you cover like letter from the bottom up to like this part, you can still make what the letter reads. So most times, especially that sounds. But yes, do you have projects where you did like something like this?
I haven't really done, though I have recently did some typography work, but I haven't done anything which related to this. I'm still somewhat experimenting in the area.
Oh, okay. I think you should try it. Try it and also like cutting from the bottom. It, like it can be very interesting sometimes.
Yeah, I would do.
Yes,
Thank you.
see like something like this. Something like this. Look at the way the lost stuff is cut into the paper. It forms like this interesting pattern. Okay. Who else wants? Who else? Who else? Who else? Someone else. What do you find interesting here? I've moved a little bit. So, is there someone else that wants to? Guys. Hello. Well, okay. So for me, right, this branding, I think I think it's interesting because the branding that looks like it that I've seen before. This square peg in a round hole by Pentagram. They did the campaign for like mental health stuff. So the stuffs are like the way the identity system is the colors and the type are close to this. So yes, I find like like seeing that again is makes me, you know, nostalgic, and that combination of stuff actually like can work for different contexts and the like. Let's check. Let's do photography. Let's do some photography.
I think someone was raising up their hand. Studios.
I said there's no need to raise up your hand. Just talk. Just talk. I'm not always in the Google Meet side because I have to share my screen. So you guys, you can just talk. I don't. I mean,
I still have what I said. I still
you have what?
I said I still have a picture of what I saw was when we were showing,
Okay.
but
Okay. I'm listening.
there's a particular one I have like it's just
Your audio has problem again.
yes,
Your audio.
there's a lot of white.
Can you? It's not really pleasant like that. Can you like go somewhere that's more quiet and then you can let me know when you want to speak? Thank you. Okay, who wants to go? These are photographs, by the way. So yeah, I think this makes an interesting. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So who wants to go? Which of them do you find interesting? And I mean, what do you want to say about it? Remember, you can just talk. You don't have to raise up your hand. So I'm listening.
Okay. If I say something,
Okay.
this one that had like a moon, a
This
moon
one.
in the center. I don't know why it's giving me sort of like NFT vibes. I'm not sure why, but that's what I keep getting from it. Like an
Okay.
NFT, like some sort of, I don't know. I'm sort of like visualizing probably like an NFT poster from it. You know how the composition would look like. That's basically what I'm getting from the picture.
Interesting. For me, I feel religious when I look at it. It looks Islamic somehow, like because of the shape of the moon that's there. It feels like a image that will really blend well on a design for maybe, you know, somebody wants to do something, but like they're a Muslim and you want to carry that aura. That's like what from my own POV. There's no wrong answer. It's just what you are seeing, what everybody is seeing from this. So, does anybody else want to go? Does anybody else see something else from this picture? Okay. In the absence of anybody talking, let's move on. Let's do architecture. Here's architecture. Does anybody have a piece of architecture that you appreciate? I mean, before we start seeing these ones. Oh, I think I have a more interesting collection on Pinterest. I saved some pictures some weeks ago from like architects. And this sounds 5 points. Can you see this? Do you find which of them do you find interesting? Anyone? Anybody?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, Destiny, let Obina go.
Okay, sure.
Oh yeah, and most of the pictures are about staircases. So the one I actually surfaced is the one close to the one with red.
This one?
The one next to the red staircase, yeah.
Yeah. True.
So like this. No, not this.
Oh. This one. Is this one?
No, bottom, like beneath it.
Oh.
It's next to the red staircase.
Okay. This one.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
that.
what did I think?
It has this spiral look, like going from left to right. So it's more like a left alignment and back to the right alignment, back to the left alignment. So I think it's more of like I don't know if it's more of the photography or it's the architecture itself, but it actually looks good.
It looks old.
No, it looks good, like the spiral effect.
Okay. I thought it looks old. Interesting. Okay. Does anybody else? Let me go back.
Okay. So mine was about those. I think if you go back, the top four that were by the right, it kind of remind me of this the architectures from. If you to the home page, the back to the previous page.
This is the previous.
Okay, your screen is not loaded yet on my screen. But basically, the top four by the right, it reminded me of this. I don't know if you've seen this movie, Dune.
Okay.
Dune. Yeah, so the architecture there looks very, very similar and reminds me a lot of those of the movie, of the kind of architecture they had there.
Interesting. That's another beautiful piece of work, by the way. Dune, the novel.
I haven't read it yet. I'm just staying with the movie for now. It's kind of sad that the movie ended and there's no hope of any part 2 anytime soon. But what it is.
Sorry, but part 2 is coming now. They've already started. They should have started filming. I think it's coming 2024. But there have actually been adaptations of Dune before. The problem is that they don't usually get them right when they do them. So, but like this time seems they are taking the time to make sure that they get the adaptations very well. But then, yeah. So guys, let's see. We've done architecture. For music, I would have to play music. Yes, I can play music though, but which that one I would need someone to pick to actually pick a piece of music that you think is beautiful. So who wants to go? Please don't come and make us play your favorite artist song, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm listening. Does anybody want to go? Really? Nobody? Wow.
I want to go. I want to say something.
Okay. Bruno, what do you
The song I'm going to mention is the one that's first. So you can play Should Them Count on My That's
should
a
them
very
come
good
out?
song. And Manuel's, yeah.
And Marvels.
Manuel's.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. The name of the song is Tricky.
What? It's part of the new album now. Maybe? Okay, Manuel's. The name is Freaky.
That's
Eh?
the name is Freaky. The name is Freaky.
So you want us playing Freaky song on to play freaky stuff on design so that people can go to Twitter and kind of see Felix playing freaky songs on the call. Alakoba. Next person. Wait, I love playing freaky. Next person. Obina.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanted to talk.
No.
Oh no, I'm not saying the song is not good though. I'm saying that the context.
Okay. I think Celestia by Sharon. I don't know. Well, it seems like it's a sad song, so
Obina, were you speaking before?
I said Celestia by Ed Sheeran. But the content is sounds
Also, why do you people like explicit songs like this? But then, okay. So for me, right, I think one very beautiful piece of music is Niki Nana by Yanni. The song is basically United Nations. Like different artists that play different instruments from different countries. Like he wrote it, like he wrote the composition for the orchestra. He was very mad. The instruments were mad. Somebody was blowing bamboo stick. So yeah, like it's very amazing. There's Felitza, which is a song for his mother. The like highlight of that one is there's a moment where a violinist comes up and she plays the violin until she starts crying. So that's like I found that like that's like very amazing. Um yes, let me see what other song. Oh yes, I'm enjoying Akiolu by Barista currently. There's a lot of storytelling, in that song. Also, yes, Premier Gau, this oh is let me play it. I don't actually I cannot sing it. That's problem. I can't sing it. But I know the song. Premier Gao. It's very common though. like it's only people that like, I mean, if you're like maybe like 15 years old or something, you might not know it. But you should know. Like it's popular. Let me skip to the middle so that like you can get all that tone alone self. That tone is like is like, I mean, you guys already know the song, right? Yeah, that song. I just found out that the song is about betrayal. Like somebody betrayed the artist. So the artist is telling the story of the betrayal. That's what the song is. That somebody
Correct.
betrayed him. Yeah. Obina, what did you say?
I said I know the song you're talking about now. But I
Yeah.
wasn't so sure what I'm very sure now.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe not many people you know. Sha. Yes, I think that. Also, yes, Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Yes, that is a very like that song has. They even said they recommend it for testing your earpiece. If you want to know that if your earpiece is like good or bad,
Debate.
because
The
he
song.
has all the keys, all the keys is there. Is mad. That song is mad. Yes. So yeah. So why did you do all this, right? If you cannot see why how what somebody has made is beautiful, you cannot make things that people will look at and find beautiful. It's just that's just the secret. You have to start appreciating things. You have to start appreciating what other people are making. You have to start appreciating things you are seeing. They don't have to be designed. They don't have for example, these architectures can inspire like this one that they wrote gallery of picture or something. I can literally already see a logo that can like this can be a logo, but then it will be close to Oculus, but it will still be different, but it's close to Oculus. The system might really help to differentiate it better, sure. But then that's some like I can translate architecture to design. You can translate music to design. You can just stop trying to whenever you want to get inspired for design, stop looking at design alone. Start looking at other things. Start looking at pieces of works that are not necessarily designed, but like they are well made. Some of them can actually inspire you to make very good stuff. So yes, that's the secret. Thank you for having me this evening. I hope you guys have been able to get one thing or two. I mean, it is not the conventional come to class and tell us everything in class. So, but I really do hope that you guys were able to go one or two things. Yeah. Have a lovely evening. Take care.
Thank you so much, Felix. Really appreciate you coming on here. Thank you guys for staying to the end. We this should be up on our YouTube channel sometime during the week. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. That is where you get info about our sessions. So we will be having another session next week, same time, same link. Don't forget to join us, share our posters when you get them on our social media platform. Our Twitter is Design with You. You can just go on there and follow us. Thank you very much for attending. See you guys next week.